Ugh. There he is. Yeah, and there's your owl. Owl. You see him? Pika. Welcome to day 9. We are actually about to go to our, well, Alice's swimming lessons. So it's 10:17 and they start at 10:30, but it's like right down the road from us. So I actually just ate some of those like frozen breakfast sandwiches things again, threw on my swimsuit. I had already gotten her swimsuit on and did her hair earlier. She had like some yogurt and raspberries, and I finished editing my video. Been a pretty good morning. I do think she is still just not feeling like 100%. I did take her temperature and it's only very slightly elevated. It was 99.3. So that's what makes me think that it's probably teething, because she still is like laughing and playing, but she's like slightly off and like a little bit more tired and like pickier with the food she's eating. And so that's why I think that maybe she's getting more teeth in. We're gonna go to swimming class. Unfortunately, I won't be able to film anything because I don't have like Alvin with me, but I think she is supposed to like go underwater today. Like when we jump in, like put them underwater. So that'll be very interesting to see. And then when we get back, it'll be time for lunch. And oh, I did bring like a outfit, because once we're done with the pool, I'm gonna just take off her swimsuit and like put her in an outfit for the drive home. And then I'll feed her lunch, and then it'll be time for nap around like 12 or so. I haven't even decided like what I'm gonna do during her nap. I think I might have some card orders to work on. So I might work on some TBR cards and listen to my book some more. I think that's gonna be the plan. So Alice went underwater, which was, she did really well with that. It is like 4:15. Alice actually ended up taking, oh, it's loud out here, but Alice took a 3-hour nap, and I think she's feeling a bit better. But anyway, during her nap, I had to get like card orders done. So I ended up working on card orders during her nap, and then my brother actually stopped by because he was taking a shelf that we didn't want anymore, like a bookshelf. And so then he stayed for a little bit and we were like talking. Sorry, there's like a moving truck right here, so it's kind of loud. But anyway, Alice and I are coming down to look at our little free library. Whoa, someone put good books in here. I was going to restock it, but it actually looks really good. So I usually do put pretty good books in here, but someone put 9 Lives by Peter Swanson. This looks like a brand new book. That's crazy. Someone also put Magic, Lies, and Deadly Pies. Have In the Weeds. Oh, that's cute. And then we have Ring of Fire and The House on Mango Street. And then these were the ones that I already had in. I usually put like 6 or 7, so people took the other ones. And then, whoa, people took a ton of bookmarks. I had just refilled these, so Yeah, I wonder if the kids took them though, because there's a lot of times that kids stop by, like our neighbor kids, so I don't know, they might have taken all of my bookmarks. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm going to leave these ones in here because someone else put them in and they're like really good titles. And I'm gonna take the ones that I put in out and replenish with new ones. I think I put this one in too. So I'm gonna replenish with new titles from my bookshelf. Hopefully you could hear me out there because now that I'm inside, like that truck was really loud. So we are at my bookshelf. This is my little free library bookshelf. Alice wants to hold my SD card. Okay, there you go. So I'm gonna pick out new titles to put in the little free library. I'm gonna put Darling Girls in there because this is an ARC and I love being able to put like ARCs in my little free library. And then I feel like we should get like summary going since, you know, it's gonna be summer. People are probably looking for books to read at the beach. I feel like I should put, I actually have 2 copies of this on my shelf. I think I should put The Last Mrs. Parrish because that just seems great. Oh, here we go. We'll do 28 Summers because, I mean, who's not gonna wanna take that to the beach? And I feel like I should put Big Little Lies out there because I read that at the beach years ago and loved it. Do a little kid's book that I have. I got this at the thrift store. We already have this copy, but Alice loves the Love Every books. There, Graham turns 2. So we're gonna put that out. I know for sure that there's certain people that stop by and look for kids books. I wish that I could include more kids books, but my little free library is just too small. Should probably go get more bookmarks really quick. Let me run upstairs and get more bookmarks. Okay, I'm gonna do a mixture of some of the summary ones that I have and then more of the kids ones. These in the little free library. All right, here's a look at my restocked library. Oh, okay, thanks Alice. All right, it's ready for a new week. I'm sorry, there still is that truck, so I feel like I can't talk very much, but Alice is playing with her water table. She definitely seems to be feeling a lot better, which is great. I hate when she doesn't feel well, and she hasn't been sick in a really long time, so I was like worried that maybe like the Children's Museum got her sick. I think we're good now. So anyway, I am going to be reading Keto for Women. I've owned this book for a really long time, and as you guys know, this channel used to be a keto channel for many years, but I'm going to reread it. I am contemplating going keto low carb. Not even contemplating. I am going to be trying it in July. More thoughts on that later. All right, Alice is having some of that Aldi sprouted bread with butter and some scrambled eggs. I actually had eaten leftovers of the like that salsa verde like enchilada thing. It was even really good, like leftover. There's a little bit left of it, so I'll probably finish that tomorrow and eat more of my bean salad. But also tomorrow is when Alice is gonna be babysat in the morning, so that'll be interesting. We've just been hanging out. Alice played with her water table and just, you know, chilling inside and stuff. I was watching a little bit more Perfect Match, but mostly just like hanging out with Alice. You want the eggs? Okay, thank you. All right, I am just doing a quick like mini clean, I guess. So I'm just like wiping down everything, and then again, I'm going to sweep and mop the floors. The dog, especially one that sheds a ton in the summertime, I feel like I'm always having to clean the floors because they're always dirty. I'm getting the mop bucket ready, and I'm going to throw Alice probably on the tush baby so I can vacuum, and then it's soon gonna be time for her to go to bed. I also have Graham out. Yeah, you wanna go on the tush baby? I also have Graham outside, so when he's done, I can like feed him and get him taken care of. Yeah, you wanna go up here? She just has a diaper on because her clothes got wet when she was doing the water table, and I'm about to put pajamas on her. Getting ready to put Alice to bed. I actually didn't sweep or mop yet because I wanted to show you guys some of the baby books that we're really enjoying, and I had a couple clothes to put away from her laundry, so I'm just gonna put her to bed and then I'll sweep and mop the floors later. I had gotten a huge library haul a couple weeks ago before I started daily vlogging, and I had done the farm theme, and so I wanted to show you some of our favorite farm or animal books that Alice has really been enjoying, because I am going to be putting a bunch of books from the library to do my next theme, which I think is going to be like aquarium and fish, because we're going to be going to an aquarium next Friday and also when we go to the beach. So I might do like aquarium and beach together. I'm not quite sure. I have to see how many options my library has, but I'll be taking all of these farm books back this week in order to get the new ones. So I know I've told you guys multiple times Alice loves the Love Every books, and I actually found this one at a thrift store for $1.50, which is like a steal, and she absolutely loves this one. It's like touch and feel, but also scratch and sniff. Like you can touch the cow, you can touch this green bean, you can scratch and sniff the lavender. There's also a couple flaps in here. Oh, this one she really likes with like it's like very scratchy with the fence, and then there's like a couple flaps, but anyway, she loves this one so much. I'm actually pretty surprised about this next book that she likes. She really likes this Hide and Seek Harry on the Farm. I've never heard of this. Like, I don't know if it's a series since it says on the farm, but she really likes it because it's this like hippo named Harry, I guess, and she can like find him behind places. So she really likes this one. Speaking of finding people, she loves this, and I know that they make more of these. So I'm gonna be looking for more, even if it doesn't go along with the theme. But this one is Let's Find Momo, and you find the puppy dog in the picture, and then for more advanced, you can find these other things. So she first started out with finding Momo, and now she's gotten good enough to like match. Like she'll point to Momo and then point to where he is, or she'll point to like the bird and the bird. And so she actually can find some of the other items in this book. She wanted to nonstop read this like the whole first week that we got it. She did really like this 10 little tractors when we first got it. So it's just these 10 little tractors, and like they do different things, and you're counting down until you get to the end. So she did really like that. I'm not sure what the appeal is for this one, but she does really enjoy this one, and I do too, because I just think it's beautiful, and I love that it talks all about the farm and what you can be thankful for like regarding the farm. But there's not anything like particularly special, like it's not lift a flap or anything, so I'm not sure why she loves it. This one is lift a flap, and she really likes it because of it. Now it is a paper book, so you would have to be careful with your kids, but she loves lifting the different flaps and seeing, like there's the daddy sheep in there. We have cows in the barn. It's very nice. She really likes this one. Now, I was very surprised that she liked this one. Again, this is a paper book, so you'd have to be careful, but she really enjoys finding there's a dog and there's also a cat almost on every single page. And so she pretty much uses this to find the dog and the cat. So if your kids are like Alice and they love finding things, she really likes this Annie's Apple Farm. Another one she really liked is On the Farm with the Ladybug, because you can do the whole like pathway for the ladybug, and then she also like is pretty good if I'm like, okay, where is the sheep, and she'll point to the sheep, or where is the ladybug. And so a lot of times we use this as like a can you find kind of thing, and then at the end we also use this as like, okay, point to the tractor. This one we just started reading recently, and she started really liking it. So it's just an old MacDonald song, but each page is kind of dedicated, like this one's to the kitty cats, so we kind of count all the cats. This one has chickens, and so she just really enjoys animals, and anything she can point and find, she really enjoys. This one we actually own. This is Noisy Farm. She's been a lover of this one for a really long time, so definitely recommend this one. We also own this one. It is another fabulous one because these can slide. There are some flaps, but again, I can be like, okay, you know, where are the sheep? Point to the sheep. And she loves like the sliding factor, which she is able to do now. She has gotten old enough to be able to figure out the sliding factor. I also just think the graphics are so cute in this one. If you have a younger baby, these Indestructible books are great. We own this one and a couple others, but you can like, they're like rip proof, slobber proof, all that kind of stuff. So These ones are really good in case you have like a younger baby that doesn't, you know, can't be careful with books. This is another paper book, but she loved this one because it's about this chicken. Fox is trying to get the chicken. So for the entire story, we would be like, oh my gosh, like there's the fox, like he's trying to get the chicken. Really enjoyed pointing out like the fox and where he was on each page. Another paper one, I'm sorry, we've just kind of gotten into the more like paper type books and not only having board books. But she really loves this one, the I Spy, because she loves this like circle hole. It'll be like, I spy, you know, something yellow and like quack quack. And then you turn it around and it's a duck. So she really enjoyed this one a lot. This one isn't particular, like it's not a farm. It does have a page of farm animals, but this one was just a zoo in general. And she did really like this one. And it was so crazy because when I was reading it, I realized that, well, this is the, like, well, it's petting zoo, but it's like farm animals. But on this page of nocturnal animals, there's an owl and the fennec fox. Those are the two stuffed animals that she picked out, and they literally look like this, like they're same color and everything. I was shocked when I found that out. Two other slightly good contenders, like she's like hit or miss with some of these, but this one is Maisie's Tractor, and I think this one's really cute, especially for like maybe a younger baby. She did like it at first, but she kind of got tired of it pretty quickly, and then she really loves bunnies, so I had this like bunny book I got from the library, and she does really like this one because she loves bunnies so much. One more thing that doesn't pertain to the farm is I've been getting baby sign language books. This one I had just picked up at the library, and any of them have been pretty good, but I love the Love Everyone because it's real people signing. If you wanted to get more into baby sign language, like you can easily pick up like baby sign language books at the library. Can't wait to see what like beach and aquarium type books we're gonna pick out because it's so fun. I'm so glad that Alice loves reading like as much as I do. You want to read some? Okay, we'll read some books. Okay, I just put Alice to bed and I swept and mopped all the floors. Sorry, my hair is crazy, but I think she's asleep. It is 7:10. I am probably going to watch the last episode of The Perfect Match and like lay down a little bit here on the sofa and relax. I'm pretty tired from just like doing a bunch of stuff and then like not having Alvin here, so I'm just doing everything pretty much. I did have to take down the trash to the curb, so I like took out the trash. Yeah, I think I'm like all caught up. It's so crazy that tomorrow's like Monday. It just feels like the days are like different since Alvin's not here. Normally I like look forward to the weekend because that's when I get to like relax with Alvin because I have like someone else kind of like parenting with me, and then I can like relax and things that I've been wanting to get done, but that obviously didn't happen. I am surprised though that I feel like mentally I'm doing much better than what I thought. I thought I was gonna be like really overwhelmed with being the only parent here for Alice, but I think because we've been like going out and doing things and I've been like focusing on daily vlogs, I think it's just been better than what I expected it to be. And it also does help that like Alice goes to bed at like 7 because then I feel like I can unwind for the rest of the night and I don't feel like constantly with her and parenting her. I feel like that I get to have some alone time by myself. Whereas I will say like when Alvin is here, then I don't really get a lot of time by myself because once I put her to bed, then like Alvin and I are like catching up and like trying to, you know, do things together or watch shows together. It does feel like I'm getting a little bit more time to myself almost with him away. Not that I want him to stay away, like I definitely want him to come back and I'm excited for him to come back. I did listen to some of my book earlier when I was working on cards, but I'm having a hard time like staying invested in it because it just feels like it isn't going anywhere. And I think she even said something about how she's gone through like 150 husbands so far. Oh my gosh, it says I'm only at 52%. It just feels like it's taking forever. I mean, I do think I can finish it. I just am excited to like pick a new book and hopefully it's gonna be better than this one. I mean, this one isn't absolutely terrible, but it definitely just feels pretty boring since it hasn't been going anywhere. Like that very first premise is so interesting, but it's like literally 50% of the book has been the same thing over and over and over again. Like, that really should have been cut down and something else should have happened. So I don't know if I'm gonna try more of it tonight, other than like maybe just reading on my Kindle before bed. I did get to read a little bit more of Keto for Women, and like I said, I wanted to like talk about that a little bit more. I have been trying to lose weight literally since I weaned from breastfeeding, which was December 21st. So I like officially had started like January 1st, and I have not lost a single pound. And I have done so many things that are popular and hyped right now. Like, I know that eating carbs actually is hyped right now, and I know that eating high protein is hyped. I also tried to calorie count. I have done all of the things. I have eaten 150 grams of protein or higher. I have definitely calorie counted. I've tried the Trim Healthy Mama since March. I think March 1st is when I first started Trim Healthy Mama. I have been eating carbs for years now, and I have just been getting fatter and fatter over the years. And now I'm like slightly worried that like maybe I have PCOS or something, because I have some of the symptoms, but my cycle is totally off. I have had normal cycles my entire life, and that's kind of why I knew that like our infertility was more like male infertility before we even got tested. And it kind of makes me sad because now my cycles are not good. They are every like 17 days. And that is terrible. Like, I am technically ovulating like 2 days after my period ends. And I feel like I am just constantly on my period because of my cycles being like half of a month, which is just crazy to think about. My cycles had been normal like when I was breastfeeding. I think I got my period back when I was like 4 months postpartum, maybe 3 months postpartum. I can't remember exactly. But I had like kind of normal periods at that time. And then as soon as I weaned, I actually had like a 46-day cycle. It was like super long. And ever since then now, I have had really, really, really short cycles. So something is definitely off, and I haven't been able to lose a single pound. When I actually weaned, I gained pounds in 2 weeks, and that weight has not budged. So I think it has something to do with my hormones. I think that maybe I'm like insulin resistant of some sort. I don't know, but I just feel so bloated and puffy. And even watching these daily vlogs, like, I have to edit myself. I don't have makeup on. I don't look good. I'm just living my everyday life. And it has actually been, for like the first time in my life, it's been really hard to see myself and like see how much weight I've put on. And I know that like I'm supposed to be thankful for it because, you know, I went through all of that stuff to get Alice, and I know that like postpartum changes your body so much. Like, having a baby, even though I know that people said that, so different. Like, actually going through it, I feel like my hair is so much different, my skin is so much different, my body's so much different. And then also having had the C-section and having the C-section scar, and then gaining so much weight from IVF and pregnancy and postpartum. I just feel like there's not a single part of myself that I actually like anymore. I had been rewatching a lot of my old videos because back then I didn't have a very good body image of myself, and I thought that I was so overweight back then, and I was constantly trying to lose weight, which I was able to all the time back then. But I look back and I'm like, wow, like I would kill to look like that. I just want that body back so badly. And I feel like it wouldn't be as bad if I was like slowly losing weight. Like, I know some people are like, oh yeah, you have to like slowly lose weight for it to like stay off. Well, I'm not even losing a pound. Like, literally my weight has not budged since I gained all the weight from weaning. I really don't know what to do other than going back to what I used to do and what used to work, which was eating keto and low carb. When I look back at the videos, I was skinny because I ate so healthy back then, and I don't eat as healthy now. Like, I am eating sugar, I'm eating carbs, I'm eating at restaurants, I'm eating pizza. I mean, even when I had Alice, like, I was getting Taco Bell breakfast because I couldn't even fathom trying to cook at home. And even though I believe in like the sourdough, I want to be able to eat all the foods, I just don't know if I'm able to. So I have really been contemplating trying out keto and low carb again, but doing it in the way that I used to do it, where I was mostly dairy free. I would only have like cream in my coffee, but I wouldn't be eating tons of cheeses and cottage cheese and all of this dairy. And I focused a lot on whole foods, and then I would occasionally have carbs with like carb ups, because I really enjoyed following Leanne Vogel. She is the author of this book. I'm picking up from the library the it's called The Keto Diet. I used to actually own it, and it was like the very first thing that got me into keto was her Keto Diet book. And she has like all these different plans and how to do it as a woman, which this one goes way more into detail, which is why I like this one. But I think I'm gonna be following like those meal plans after we get back from the beach starting in July, and seeing if that's gonna like budge my weight at all, because it has just been so frustrating, like putting in the work, doing my Fitbit and like walking and trying to eat and calorie counting, and like I'm not gonna sit here and weigh out every single thing I put in my mouth. Like it's hard to do that with a baby, but then it's just so frustrating, like trying to do all this stuff and not even losing a pound. Like I just am so frustrated by it. Don't even feel like getting up and getting ready and putting makeup on, because I just hate the way that I look. I just don't like how big I've gotten. I don't like how clothes look on me. It's just a struggle. I know that for so many years I was keto on this channel, and I know that I had like really gotten away from it a couple years ago. Like that's when I like finally decided like I was done with restricting, and I was gonna eat whatever I wanted, and I was gonna bake sourdough bread, and I really wanted to have like a healthy relationship with food. And guess what? I have eaten pretty much whatever I wanted over these last however many years, and now look at where I'm at. Like I don't understand where the balance is. I don't understand how to get the balance. And I really just think that if people don't struggle with being overweight, like I can't compare myself to them. Like I see other people eating whatever they want, or eating even balanced, and they're skinny, and I'm like, okay, like why isn't that happening for me? But I just don't know if it can happen for everyone. Like I don't know, maybe I do have to like just be very careful about what I eat for like the rest of my life. I don't get it. But anyway, in saying that, I'm going to be reading more of this book and picking up the Keto Diet book when I go to the library next, and that's what I'm going to be trying to focus on in July and August. Hopefully I even have the willpower, because I feel like because I've been trying all these months and I haven't seen anything at all, that the willpower is just like not there like it used to be. I also think it's because like, you know, I'm taking care of Alice. When you're like focused on so many other things, it's hard to like really focus on your, like it's hard at the end of the day to have willpower like for yourself, if that makes sense. If that doesn't work, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't wanna keep like looking in pictures and videos and like not liking the way that I look, and like hating my double chin, and hating the lump on my back, and hating my belly, like all that stuff is just so frustrating. So it is 10:30. I definitely was gonna go to bed before this, but I got sucked into TikTok for the last however many hours. It's such a bad habit of mine. I did finish all my Perfect Match episodes, and I cannot wait till like the next half of them to come out, which I think is June 14th. So excited for that. But yeah, I'm going to head to bed because, you know, I want to wake up and maybe edit my video or edit some of it before the babysitter comes over tomorrow, and then I am going to go out without Alice for the first time. This is going to be the first babysitter ever, so let's hope it all goes well, but I'll see you guys tomorrow.